Hi there. So, there were no dawning thoughts today. Well, there were lots of dawning thoughts today. There was no dawning thoughts video today. There was a lot going on at that point in the day. For me, I didn't really realise it until after I'd meditated and everything just went. Everything just went very heavy, very quickly. All the stories and patterns and stuff that I have been unraveling this year, that I have been facing my shadow this year, everything, all the subconscious patternings and beliefs, and I still not looked up the astrology for the day. Obviously we're coming to the end of Scorpio season. My moon sign is Scorpio. There's a lot going on energetically. There's a lot of hidden human collective stuff going on that's just not it's just hidden, basically. And I think for anyone who's an intuitive, for anyone who's feels deeply the energetics of people around them, of all of that. I think that is this okay. There's so much that we as human beings in this physical reality, in this planet that we live on, in this 3D matrix, in this space and time, that we have chosen to come and live here on this dense little planet. There's a lot of stuff that part of us, that physical, dense, human part of us does not yet fully get. But our source, our soul, our energy, our light is all from a higher plane of existence. It's all part of the consciousness of everything. It's always been here. It always will be here. There is a part of that divine spark in each and every physical human being. And so we're all connected, whether we know it or not, to everything, everybody, all things, ever, through time and space. And there's a lot going on this little planet. It's quite heavy, quite dense, shadowy, intense, that to move into higher frequencies, we need to see an end to. Lots of systems, lots of stories, lots of patternings, lots of beliefs, many which have been set out to hold the physical humans that we become back from knowing the light and the energy and the source creation that we are. As always, take what resonates with anything I say and let it be something that supports you on your journey. If you don't resonate with it, if you don't believe it, you think I'm full of shit, just move on. Like, literally, it makes no difference to me what you agree with that I say, what you disagree with that I say. It makes no difference to me. These are my perspectives and perceptions of life and energy and beingness, and they will align with some people, they will resonate with some people, and they won't resonate with others, and that's absolutely perfectly fine. We're all on our own soul journey, we're all on our own energetic journey, and so when I talk in any of my videos and any of my content, the right people will stick around, and they will stick around to learn more, and those who what I talk about isn't right for, will just move on. Some might go away with a bit of a bang, some might go away with a song and dance and a little bit of drama, others will just slip away because it doesn't matter to them, like whether there's any element of truth or anything that feels right with them in what I say. Whichever, however you feel about anything I say, it's all absolutely perfect. I feel quite strongly that it's time that people know that there's more to this reality, there's more to consciousness, there's more to the cosmos, the universe, energy, light, than what we have been led to believe on this planet. I think that's like so important, because otherwise we may just be doomed. I mean, not doomed ultimately, because we'll just return to source and then we'll just like, yay, start again. But like, yeah, just I think that for life as we've believed it to be as humans on this planet to continue, the darkness has to be brought to the light, and that includes the darkness of the beliefs that we are small, little, insignificant, powerless, physical flesh and blood beings or creatures, be unravelled, undone, and let go of, so we can step into the power of the energy and the pure source consciousness that we are. So that being said, today, the start of the day, after I'd meditated, which seemed like quite a good meditation, it was an abundance meditation, nothing dark and heavy came up through that meditation at all, but almost instantly that I came out of the meditation, I just felt the shit. And I had a little emotional breakdown to myself in the kitchen. Why am I here? What the fucking purpose of being here is? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing anything right at all? Should I just give up and go and get a job in the supermarket? And why do I persist in embracing what I truly believe my soul came here to do, to guide, lead, support, share, speak about, when there's still this little human part of me that still thinks that the human individual I incarnated on Earth is still like clueless, worthless, not like not clever enough, not smart enough, not able to be, or not worthy to be successful. All of those stories that have come up for my shadow for the last maybe 12 months, maybe not quite that long, maybe longer than that, maybe 18 months, when I started the mine astrology thing, with the mine astrological calendar in October. It's like, oh yeah, maybe it's like an 18-month period that there's some shadowy, dark, achy, heavy shit that's been coming up for me. Because just before that, everything was pretty light and moving and growing and expanding. And then, yeah, about 18 months ago, it got a bit heavy again. And all of the practices that I have come to through my journey, all of the practices that I have brought myself to that help me to get out of those heavy, dark, shadowy places, I've had to call on them today. I allow myself to actually not just dismiss my husband when he walked in and I was crying on the sofa. I just pretending like I wasn't, or getting up when I heard him come downstairs and go hide in the kitchen and pretend like everything's fine. I actually allowed that part of me, which is a nice little change in the story there, I allowed that part of me to just be vulnerable. And he said, "Are you all right?" To go, "No." And then sort of as the day started and things moved on, and other little things came to my awareness, I was like, this is maybe a little bit of what was going on, a little bit of emotional stuff from one of my girls, a little bit of collective stuff that's going on. Again, those hidden stories that nobody's talking about in the world, because the vast majority of people are too busy being distracted by what the news media wants them to know, and not what is like what actually we should be finding out. It all started to fit together and be like, right, okay, we'll come to the end of Scorpio season. There's a shift in the energies, there's a shift in the cosmos, there's collective stuff going on, that's okay. Right, bring myself back to, what do I know? What's right for me? Where am I? What am I wanting to create in the world, and what can I do in this moment to move towards creating that, rather than get stuck in this like shadowy shit that I feel like I'm stuck in treacle that's been brewing. And I just spent the day going back to that practice every hour of checking in with myself. How do I feel? Right? Is this serving me well? Is this a good thing? Is this something that I can move on from? I spent half an hour in the bath just being, and just being still and present, which is a real big thing. I've mentioned it a few times that I've been seeing a huge change in my life from just being present with nothing else other than here right now. I've read and not had music on and not had videos on. I have had videos on and not read. and not done other stuff. I have made food and not had videos playing in the background or music on. Not all the time. There have been plenty of times where I've had a video playing while I've been cooking food, or where I have scrolled social media while I've been listening to something, or where I have wrote posts while I've been listening to something. But there's been a lot of time through November, where I have spent more time consciously on one moment's task and not 20 different things. And that's allowed my mind to become more focused and get more clear on what's coming in for me in a moment, rather than drowning that out. And maybe that is where this came from this morning, because I've not been distracting myself from some of that stuff, so that I can be more mindful of, all right, this is coming out. I'm going to distract myself from it. I'm not going to push it away and pretend like it's not real and it's not there. I'm going to just check in with it, like checking in with, oh crap, there's some shit feelings coming up here. Okay, what do I need to do about this? Right. I need to bring myself back to being present and creating what I want to create and what I want to bring forth into the world, rather than ignoring it and distracting. I think that is, wow, that's the gold in the underneath all the shit, is that it was an opportunity for me to not deny it, push it away, ignore it, distract myself from it, but was actually to be present with it and feel it. And this is just like such a huge shift in perspective, and obviously gold that I bring then to other people, to be like, it's been a huge part of the social media detox process, has been like, stop using the distractions to take you away from the inner processes that need to be done, so that you can become the brightest, lightest, happiest, most peaceful version of yourself. And that's exactly what it was that happened this morning. It happened earlier today. That was, I didn't jump up and get on with the day and push it away and be like, I can't think that, I can't feel that, I can't have that experience in my life, because it's completely contrary to what I want to create, what I seek to create, what I would like to create. It's completely contrary to what I'm creating in my life. It's easy to bypass those feelings because of that fear of, I'm not supposed to feel that way because I want to create. And that's, within New Age spirituality, there is this talk all the time of raise your vibration, feel happy, feel good, feel like, if your now moment creates your reality, so you've got to feel good. And when we force that feeling good, we deny those moments and those times where it doesn't feel good. And when we do that, all we actually do is suppress it down and push it down, and actually create a tension on it by trying not to. And I think that that's been, like, generally this year has been about discovering that. And it is like, wow, when I've just been listening to an not so much astrological reading for the coming month, as much as just a couple of astrology of the week, astrology of the days ahead and some tarot readings on it, and there's some dark heavy shit coming up collectively, that it's time to release. And it's like the time they coming to the end of Scorpio season, it's like, wow, that's why that's come up now, just as I'm seeing a big change for how things are unfolding, a change at home, a change with where I carry out most of my livelihood practice, where I change for my girls with their education setting, and coming to the end of so many cycles, and stepping into the new, because that's like, we might just be at the start of cycles, depending on like where you see the start of time, like on this planet, like the sun cycle, the planetary shifts and seasonal changes of this planet, for a big part of the world. This is the start of the year, the year of this planet, and moving into winter and the seasonal change. That's like the end of the last cycle and the beginning of the new one, and that's always, there's always things going and things being born at that point. And it's so clear to me that this is what has been happening for the last sort of 4 to 6 weeks or so, with some big changes, all for the better ultimately, but sometimes it just brings up that like heavy, dark, shifty ick of like, what's the point in carrying on with what I'm doing? Because there's so much to be done. There's so much to be done globally. There's so much to be done on the earth. There's so much to be done just in my small collective of beautiful humans that I am with, my family, my home, and for myself. There's so much to be done. It's like, gosh, as we're going into the dark season, and like, actually all I just want to do for 3 months is curl up and go to sleep and hibernate like a bear, and I know all of the efforting that might be required just feels like it's a challenge, and then there's the stories being fed from the media, from the global worldview of what's going on, and the responsibilities of life as a mum, as a wife, as someone who has a home to look after and responsibilities to take care of. It's like, wow, so much going on. So yeah, there were no dawning thoughts, because the dawning thoughts were not great. There were many dawning thoughts that were not great, that needed to be processed and found clarity on before they could be shared. And that's basically what occurred. And I did get clarity on them by going back to my daily habits, my practices, myself within me, not anything outside of me. That's why I had to just go within quietly to myself for a few hours to just process those thoughts, because the answers are within me. They're not within anything external from me, except that higher aspect of myself that's divine consciousness to go, right, okay, show me what it is that I need to let go of in this moment. Show me what it is that I need to release in this moment so that I can bring in that next level version of creation and power to myself that supports humanity, that's not playing into the hands of anything that's trying to hold back the light and the beautiful wonders of creation that we're all capable of. So there we go. A little bit deep maybe. Finally I can say happy Sunday, because there was no happy this morning. There was no happy Sunday. There was like, no. But yeah, finally I can say happy Sunday. I hope it's not been nearly as heavy for you as it has for me. And if it has felt heavy, then just know that that is no reflection of how things have to be, that there's always light in there, and that finding and seeking that light within you so that you can see the light outside collectively. That is the key to creating whatever it is that feels light and right for you to create. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment and share any of your thoughts and anything that's resonated or you felt on this. We are about November the 19th, 2023, and tomorrow is another day. A brighter day, I know it. Just because we're moving, slowly progressing out of Scorpio season. It is a lighter, brighter day, and more creative magic is coming for all of us. Hang in there. The dark times might be dark, but my God, the light times are just going to be so impactful and so worth it. Hang in there, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.